Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is March 31st, 2025. Wishing you all a great week. The top news for crypto is as follows. We will start today's episode by discussing the CME Group, which is exploring tokenization. Specifically, CME Group has launched a pilot program with Google Cloud to explore the tokenization of financial assets and the processing of hundreds of payments using blockchain. More and more companies are looking into tokenization, and as we have mentioned before on Crypto News, this is a strong narrative that continues to evolve day by day. The total value of tokenized financial assets has exceeded $10 billion. According to data from DeFiLlama. Currently, DeFiLlama reports that $10.6 billion worth of various financial assets have been tokenized. However, I do not fully trust DeFiLlama's numbers and prefer to rely on real-world asset for these insights. This tool scans more companies and protocols, and based on its data, the tokenization of financial assets is closer to $20 billion. Additionally, according to VanEck, the firm predicts that tokenized financial assets will surpass $50 billion by the end of 2025. If we are already at $20 billion, this projection is realistic. Moving on, let's talk about exchanges. Binance has now expanded into the decentralized space. Binance is known as a CEX, centralized exchange, but it has now launched a DEX, decentralized exchange, allowing customers to trade using funds from their Binance wallet. The main currency for trading will be USDC, although other stablecoins will also be supported. Networks available for trading initially include Ethereum, Solana, Base, and BNB Smart Chain. This is a similar service to what Bybit offers. If you visit Bybit, you'll see that it also has a Web3 section that opens access to its DeFi platform. The reason why two centralized exchanges are launching DeFi platforms is still unclear, raising questions about how truly decentralized these platforms are. In Europe and much of the world, DeFi platforms are not yet regulated, and there are no legal frameworks governing them. This creates a large gray area, which these exchanges may be trying to leverage. Next, let's discuss DYDX, a DeFi platform that has introduced a new model for sharing gas fees. According to a recent announcement, 25% of the gas fees collected by the protocol will now be used to buy back its own token, which has led to a price increase. However, since Bitcoin is not performing well at the moment, the overall market trend also affects the price movements of DYDX. Previously, 100% of the platform's revenue was distributed to stakers. Under the new model, 25% of the gas fees will be allocated for token buybacks. 25% will be used as liquidity in USDC. 10% will be allocated to a treasury managed by the protocol. 40% will go to stakers on the platform. These are the latest updates from DYDX. Moving on, we have news about Injective. We learned that Deutsche Telekom has become a validator on Injective. Deutsche Telekom is a leader in the telecommunications industry with a presence in over 50 countries and over 252 million customers. However, the downside is that Injective only has 60 validators, which raises concerns about centralization for a protocol that claims to be decentralized. This is an issue worth looking into. If we look at the top 15 validators, we see that they alone hold 51.99% of the coins. So the fear of centralization is much greater than it initially seems. From Injective, we move on to the latest news of the day to end on a positive note. And now, let's go to Mr. Vitalik, who is meowing to a robot dog. Let's just say that when I saw this clip, I didn't expect it to be news, but here we are, and here is the specific video. I'll let you enjoy it. Moving on, we turn to the crypto market, which is currently at $81,000, with the price clearly in the red. Alongside the crypto market, the S&P 500 is down 1.97% today, and the Nasdaq is down 2.7%. What all the markets are afraid of is happening in 2 days, April 2nd, when Mr. Trump's tariffs will kick in unless he makes a last-minute move, as he did once before. After everyone remembered that these tariffs were coming, they started selling. That wraps up the top news for crypto. Today is March 31st, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone, and have a good day.